Good morning, everyone, and welcome to NDA Team Dart 2023. A fantastic Tuesday here as we get ready for action live at the Westgate Casino and Resort. How about this, folks? We should have some good matches coming our way as we have our top 6 for the team events here in Masters Team Cricket. So we'll go over those teams now. Currently getting ready to play for the King of the Hill. It's the team of Albert, Swalette, Ludiser, and Lawrence, and that is Team North Dakota, who will be taking on DSOB 99 here in a few. That match is going to be currently on hold until our 5th, 6th matches happen. And for 5th, 6th matches, it's Black Saddle, Schmitz Blue Water, taking on Milwaukee Monster. So an all-Wisconsin matchup on board F12. And then the Cali Monsters will take on DSOB 2 on board F10 here in just a moment. So that's what we got coming our way here on USA Darts in just a moment's time. We did kind of hop in right when these guys were finishing up their last round. So we'll wait for them to kick on over to the boards and get warmed up, and then we'll start our coverage for today. So thanks for joining us. It was a great night last night. I highly encourage you to go back and watch singles cricket because, man, what a great day it was last night. I mean, fantastic darts all the way around. Definitely want to go view that at another time. So I may go out there and do a couple looksies at this camera. I think it may be cockeyed on us, so let's go ahead and maybe somebody kicked it last night or something. I'm going to go take a peek. In the meantime, we'll hear a quick word from our sponsors. We appreciate you joining us this morning. It's going to be a great day here at NDA Team Dart, I assure you that. So more team cricket action coming your way, including the 5th, 6th matches, 4th, 3rd, and final coming your way.
So you want to get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own Colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to usadartsproduction.com.
All right, it looks like Cali Monsters are just coming to the board on F10. And the D-Sob, it'll be D-Sob. Well, never mind. I got to readjust because Nick changed everything. Hold on. What'd you do here, bud? What'd you do here, bud? Fix this. There we go. Right there. All right, so we got D-Sob 2 taking on Cali Monsters. That'll be on F10. And then you got Black Saddle, Schmitz, Blue Water taking on Milwaukee Monsters. And we flipped on over here because everybody was getting ready to go, but now they've vacated. So we'll be waiting on one of these matches to get started, and then we'll kind of bring you coverage of hopefully sneak peek of both, but we'll have to try to pick one predominant. And then we still have the North Dakota boys taking on D-Sob 99, and that will be on hold. So that'll happen with the 4th place match after the 5th, 6th. So we do have some Germans that will be playing here this morning. We did have that question in the chat, so definitely want to stay here and watch those boys go at it. Definitely a quality team to watch out for. Oh, we also had a question of who won Masters cricket last night. That would be Jules Van Dongen beating Nico Kurz out in the final. And I'm going to let you know the last 2 hours of our coverage, you might want to tune into that because it was some phenomenal cricket last night in singles 01, or singles cricket. There's no denying that one, huh? But more coming our way here in just a second. We'll hear a quick, actually we're just going to keep it on here. We'll throw some background music underneath, let these guys do a couple warm-ups before we get underway. We do apologize for the little delay here, but that's what we get for hopping in. We thought we would get a match right away, and they were just ending the last one, so we were a little bit off on our time, but that's quite all right. But they're rolling pretty quick here, so we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty, everybody. Looks like we're getting ready to go in our Wisconsin matchup, I should say, as we get underway in this one. Let's hop on over to our board cam. We'll pull off this one. Turn on our board sounds, as I thought they were diddling it up. They've already diddled it up. So we wanted to go ahead and we'll feature this one for just a little bit as the Cali team and DSOB finish warming up. But we want to try to feature both if possible. This is a best of 5 format in this one, all cricket. So this is Milwaukee Monsters taking on Black Saddle. Sorry, I'm used to Bullshooter Saloon for Garrett and them. But yeah, Garrett Rakowski, Jeffrey Johnson, Steve Hilger, and who's their fourth?
Daryl.
Daryl? Okay. And then for the Black Saddle team, a team that is definitely frequent flyers, and that would be Bob Anderson, Scuba Steve Diker, Matt Graff, and Mr. John Pilgrim. Currently, Milwaukee Monsters looking pretty here in this leg.
I was going to say, I just blinked and I looked back, and they're taking a lot of control early on here, showing their dominance as, I mean, let's be honest here, Garrett's already had a great week so far, and I imagine the rest of the team is doing pretty well themselves. You can see Milwaukee Monsters just continuing to go along as they're already down to the Bulls. They're 2 Bulls and a set of points away from taking this first leg here. See Matt Graff here just trying to get as many bulls as he can get to try to put up a defense. Right now, Black Saddle doesn't have much that they can do in this situation, as they can just continue to try to close away here, but even being 4 numbers down now, if Daryl misses all 3 darts, they still won't have an out on the next go-round for Black Saddle.
Oh, Daryl wanted to make sure there's a little bit of hesitation there. How about a 5.4060 there from player 1, player 3? It just shows you Wacky Monsters may be a dominant team in this one. We'll see.
The boys on Black Saddle will tell you absolutely they're an all or nothing kind of team. When they're playing good, they're all playing good. And vice versa. If one is struggling, all of them are struggling. As this is actually a look over here at the Cali Monsters versus DSOB 2 match here.
And this just started here in this one.
Of course, that is Kevin Mung coming up.
Yeah, Kevin been a great player for quite some time. We've already stressed it. He's had success on the big stages, the PDC stages.
And then, of course, Chris Lim, no stranger to success himself here, as this looks to be a pretty close battle so far from these guys. Point lead now for DSOB. See, Cali Monsters now with the point lead can go for the closest they like. It's not going to do so. Switches up for the double 17 on last start there, and I'm not a big fan of shooting that double in that scenario. I do think if you were going to shoot it like that, just going down there on your second dart for 2 singles might have been the safer option there, but it's only matters if Kevin can punish. Kevin's looking up. It doesn't hurt too bad here for the Cali team. Of course, Cali Monsters are from California, representing the Dart Shop.
Yeah, also kind of representing that Monster jersey clothing brand, as that's kind of where Cali Monsters as well as Milwaukee Monsters got their name at. So that's why you're seeing that one. This is Peter Schnoofhagen.
That is his name, as I've been saying.
Yes, if you've been saying, you've been doubting me, and I finally went up to him. I said, Schnoofhagen? And he said, yep. That's it. When it comes to easy names, will fail. But when it comes to bigger names, I may get it right.
This is an interesting position for Cali Monsters right now. Having that X on the 18s here. It's within striking distance for Kevin.
Here, it's just on the 20s and 19s over there on the Radikal board. Just to give you an update on that match over there.
Yeah, we're going to do our best.
Kevin, a great hit.
Oh, Lim can do some damage here. He's going to get 1 dart over there at the 16 and does find it. Great job there from Lim. 23-point difference, that means that there is game darts.
Jeff Johnson, which is kind of crazy. We got Jeff Johnson and Jeff Johnson, one from Cali Monsters, one on Milwaukee Monsters. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, you saw me kind of doing a double take here. I was like, wait, Jeff Johnson and Jeff Johnson?
It's a common mistake here. It's like when it comes to NDA, it's like, wait, which one are you talking about?
It's
Which one are
crazy
you
that
talking
there's
about?
two that are at the caliber that they
Are
are.
you talking headphone Jeffrey, or are you talking hat Jeffrey?
Kevin's frustrated. He knows that this would have been a big steal here.
Oh, definitely so. It would have been massive.
Gets the point lead by only 2 points. Then needs 1 bull and a single. A lot of pressure on this one. Barely sneaking that one in there as Cali Monsters take that leg.
Yeah, so 1-0 score line for Cali in that one. We'll head back on over. There we go. Maybe. I was wondering if we were going to get a head back on over to, well, maybe not. What are we doing here?
And looks like your cameras are overwhelmed with excitement right there. As you can see, Steve Hilger finds a great triple 17 on that last start there. John Pilgrim, the new guy of the group, when I got a chance to talk to this Black Saddle team for our interview, that we were talking about how Steve, Bob, and Matt have been playing together for decades now. And John Pilgrim's kind of like the new kid on the block for them.
Even though he's been around for a little while now.
Not to confuse anybody, but this is also Jeff Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. This is Jeffrey. Jeffrey Johnson is what he goes by the system, just to kind of avoid confusion. But yeah, Jeff, for short, takes his time kind of getting to the board, but when he goes, and man, it can be dynamite. As look at this.
Thinking about going up here for those 18s, especially with that 2-house advantage. If he hits it, it's huge. And he does. That was a great shot there from Johnson.
Just a reminder, this is for 5th and 6th, so loser will take 5th, 6th. Winner will advance into the top 4 on the loser side.
Well, this is super important because it's also the last one before the money.
Yep, that's Scuba Steve with a nice 7 mark there. Told the Black Saddle boys, man, I'm really enjoying those basketball beers jerseys.
Yeah, they really do look cool. It's something unique, which is ideal when you have those team jerseys like that. Hilger here doing work, though, and finding the 15s on the last start there.
Milwaukee trying to go up 2-0 in this, and that is detrimental to Black Saddle. They're going to have to go 3 on the spin in order to win.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Of course, these guys are not going to back down from it, but you would have to imagine there's a heavy favor here for Milwaukee Monsters. And Pilgrim there was going for those 19s. If he did close everything there, it would leave 5 bulls to 3.
Giving you a quick look at the other scoreboard there. Germany up now in that one.
3 bulls needed for Johnson here. He's going to take his time here. No need to rush this situation. Setting up, looking right at the heart of the board. Not going to go now.
Yeah, an unfortunate go. Goes back down to the 19s. Pad some points.
It did add a bull there, so now Steve needs to hit 3 bulls to regain that point lead. You have to imagine a little bit more on top. Again, very crucial shots. These guys are going to be a little bit more methodical than normal, as that's a great start to this one. One more of those would be nice. Oh, and it just kicks up a little bit there. Does get what he came out to see, the point lead. But Hilger here is going to try to take away the opportunity, just pounding points. Goes up to the bull, showing a sign of confidence here. Getting a 5 mark there with a deflection on the last start into the 17. He does practice his misses religiously. Pilgrim again, just going to keep attacking that bull here. Yeah, it's very congested. No real room for that last start to get in. Johnson now 2 bulls away from taking this one. I do have to respect that the Black Saddle boys here right now, even though it's not a great position, they're keeping their heads up. They don't have the body language of a team that's behind. It just shows that they have the confidence and know-how to say, hey, we're still in this, as Johnson takes it to a 2-0 lead for Milwaukee Monsters.
Head on over to this one. As there it is, right there. Cali Monsters goes up 2-0 over DSOB 2.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like a monster mash that will be happening in the next round if things don't change up for the Germans and the Black Saddle team.
Kind of square up here and make sure we're set away. Having a little bit of setting issues, I guess. Well, we'll keep it right here for right now, as we enjoyed most of that match on the other side. So we can see how this one finishes up, and we'll let you know on the other side of where Milwaukee Monsters and Black Saddle kind of finish up on that end.
Yeah, we got Will keeping his eagle eye on it, as right now eyes for Lim are on the triples, starting off with those 19s, and deflects out on that third dart there, giving the opportunity back over to Germany to really do some work here. That's a great placement on that first dart for him.
Got Jason asking if he is throwing bar darts. Yes, Porky is a bar dart player. He recently moved back to those bar darts, and that's just how he does. He also holds 4 darts in his hand, which is kind of a unique deal, but he's always done it. If you drop one, you got one extra in your hand, I guess.
Yeah, it works out well for him, as he plays better than I ever have, playing with darts that you could find at any local venue. Great 7 mark there for Cali Monsters.
That was James Hopkins there. This Cali Monsters team has been playing together for quite some time. Let me go ahead and grab my information sheet. This Cali Monsters team and North Dakota has had many battles in the past. This was actually a champion, I believe, in either cricket or O1 last year. Let me just double check my information I got. They were champions last year in team cricket, so they were your cricket champions last year. This year, defending champs. Second was North Dakota. Third was Black Saddle over there on our Radikal board.
Yeah, the intangibleness of chemistry within a team. Playing with the same people consistently, building that bond and the trust with your teammates is what leads to a lot of success for these guys, as they've shown time and time again.
I believe that is Andreas there that just got done throwing. Andreas van der Hayden. Throw free. Hopefully we got that right. I believe so.
I would say so.
But the full DSOB team is Peter Schneefhaven. It's Kevin Munch, Andreas, and then Daniel Lukic. And they actually have more people on their team, but that's just the 4 that they've elected to put into this one here.
Exactly. With all them coming out here overseas, they wanted to make sure that they had eligible rosters there they could kind of put their best foot forward.
Yeah. And for the Cali Monsters team, it's Chris Lim, of course, James Hopkins, Jeff Johnson, and then Shad Newton is that 4th individual over there. And when I went out there and changed the camera, he said, man, you could have just told me I was ugly, and I would have moved.
Chris does find the 17 on the second dart there, but it's highly contested. And yep, it gets caught up with the other two there. Not able to secure a 7, which is what he needed there. But does help close the distance a little bit here. Of course, Germany right now can really punish them for being in this position. It's a great last dart there. James frustrated with that one. Just kind of giving an outline. He even points at the board there. He says, it's right there. I know where it is. But Kevin really getting a stride back in place here as he puts DSAB2 in a good spot here to take this leg and to bring it 2-1. They'll still need to break the throw in the subsequent rounds. Yeah, and Lim's definitely blocked out of there. Nowhere he could get that last start in with the way those flights were touching. Takes away most flight pass there. D-sub 2. Yeah, the dart is in the bowl there, just misregistered. Oh, he didn't catch it. Even Chris is like, hey, you hit it.
Ah, difficult. But Hopkins just trying to find a ton of bowls, and even that's not going to be enough, you feel, as DSOB 2 looks to put one on the board here.
Hey, even if he hit that last bowl there, just want to tighten the score, but Kevin not going to mess around here. Going to go ahead and just claim that bowl for himself, as they are on the board now. DSOB 2 is not out of the running, 2-1. Going to take a look over here. That's John Pilgrim and, of course, Jeffrey Johnson stepping up here. Again, this is that Black Saddle Milwaukee Monsters matchup.
Once again, this is a current score line of 2-0 Milwaukee Monsters.
Yeah, Black Saddle looks to be in a good spot here to get a leg on the board, as these matches are kind of mirroring their storylines. No messing around here from Bob Anderson.
No, and they finally put one on the board, so we're seeing both our teams and DSOB and Black Saddle able to finally connect and get one on the board. So we're going to head back on over to our match that's already in progress on this one. Shad Newton will come up.
Going to go ahead and get rid of those 19s, but if he doesn't trip this 20, he's in big risk of losing it. It's now, it's within 9 mark range to really take full control here. Gives DSOB an opportunity, but of course a lot of pressure behind it. And he's frustrated there as that last start kind of got away from him. Did stay within the 18th segment, getting them the point lead. But they could have done a lot more there. Working his way up here. But not able to get into the bed there, as Hopkins is going to be a little frustrated, knowing that the shot is now even easier for the German team. Oh, wow. Great recovery in the last set, but those first two were a mile off where he was going, and something that we don't expect to see, especially from our international players here.
Yeah, Peter just a little off there, and D'Angelo, I should say. Just having a chat with him there.
Both these teams here are having a little bit of a cold streak at a very intense moment in this match. Cali does not want this to go two apiece. Oh, look at this from D'Angelo.
Yeah, he's not happy with himself there.
Yeah, but he's still able to make the most of the given situation. It's now Johnson here. Gonna keep going away at this if he can. But no, this is not a good time to be doing this. Cali Monster's really feeling the frustration at the moment.
Yeah, with the 2-1 lead, they want to put this away here. They don't want to go to a last league decider because anything can happen there.
Good find on the 17th is going to need another one of those, though. Yeah, Newton knows how important that last start was here. He needs to keep it within striking distance because the Germans don't mess around here. DSOB has done great work on every team, but especially this DSOB 2 team. A bit of an unconventional throw here from Jeff Johnson, the way he kind of does that double clutch situation there, and then after a slight pullback, pretty much pushes the dart straight forward there. The complete opposite. This is textbook dart form right over here.
Oh, excellent darts here from Peter, as that's a nice quality 7 mark to almost lock this in for a 2-2 last leg decider.
Yeah, they want to make it interesting for the fans here. That's why they're doing it in this way.
Oh, boy, do they.
Newton there does find 4, but will not have an outshot on the next go around here. Might not even have this game still available. As, yep, it goes right away there. D'Angelo takes it. 2-all.
2-all indeed, and we're kind of midway through this leg here on our other board, so let's take you on over to that one as Matt Graff steps in. Change our board sounds there as well, Black Saddle needs this leg in order to stay alive.
Well, Hilger right here, I mean, this is a good spot for him to be in coming up to the line here. Getting rid of those 17s and now can bury them away or close around them, and look at this. The timing is incredible, as that was a great time to find those 19s. 5 mark there for Porky.
Got a what's DSOB stand for in the chat. So that is the biggest or the largest German league or electronic league in Germany. So we wanted to say that, and it's Deutschland Sports Automania, or it kind of. So what does it translate to?
Yeah, it's basically like sports German automation of some kind. I'm not 100% sure on the exact translation there. Of course, we do want to find out more about them. We did have a great chat with one of the representatives, as Misha Ella gave us some insight in what the DSAB program is like, and hopefully that interview will be up on the NDA page shortly.
Graff shakes that one off. Black Saddle boys are kind of in a rock and a hard place here. of getting by as Porky steps up to potentially take out these 16s.
And if he gets these 15s as well, it'll practically seal this one away. Does go for the bulls there. Well, not a bad shot. It does give Hilger, or excuse me, it gives Scuba Steve a chance here. Went with the wrong last name for Steve there. And now Diger's blocked himself out. I almost wonder if he does just switch over to the bulls here. Unless he makes it work like that. That is great positioning. Look at that. Excellent form.
Great 6 mark.
Yeah, that's some excellent form there from Scuba Steve Diker.
Monsters can just go ahead and take this out if they so choose. Man, this gentleman leans in a little bit. That's the first time we've seen anybody's hand in view of the board, and that is just crazy right there. Kind of a cool little view to see that little hand release on the board.
It kind of gives you that interesting point of view on the line of where the dart follows. Matt Graff does find 3, but you have to imagine it's too little too late here, as Porky just needs 1 bull here to make Milwaukee Monsters move on to the 4th place match. And there it is. 3-1 win for Milwaukee Monsters. Hands are being shook there. Spears are still high as they are all friends here, as that matchup did happen at Whammo in the past.
We're going to head back on over to this game between Cali Monsters and D-Sob 2 that is currently tied. That's right, folks. This is a current 2-2 score line with, well, D-Sob slightly ahead in points, but the house advantage was in Cali's favor. Now, not anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that shot from Kevin, though, as it does give Lim a great opportunity to go immediately and close those 20s. He does so. 28-point advantage. Now 46. Which does mean it's still within 9-mark range because he didn't trip that last start here. The Germans find 2 trips on the 16. Can go take a clean look at the 18 if they so desire.
See how Andreas goes about this one. Open up the 16s is the smartest option, and that's exactly what he does there. How about some more points? That gives him the lead. Now he can take a look at the double 18 or triple. And he unfortunately kind of gives it the old heave-ho and falls short.
Yeah, he was overthinking that one a little bit there and got too excited at the opportunity he gave himself. Johnson still a little bit on a cold streak compared to what we expect him to be at. Does find it on the last start here, but hands that opportunity back over to Zangel. Not enough, though.
That's exactly not enough indeed. As see how James goes here. He'll go trip 18. Tries for another. All eyes on trip 18. Doesn't even take a look at the 16s.
I think in this situation it might be needed. It helps his team rally and get on the same page here. And D-Sob is going to be stuck downstairs. Does find it, even with the dart hanging overhead there. So well thrown dart there to bring it within range, but only if Shad here doesn't punish them. Then he goes right at those 16s, finds it. He hits the 15s, that's a dagger. And he does find it. And then to the 18s there, a 9 mark in the tie-breaking leg here for Cali Monsters. Chris Lim and the Cali Monsters 3 bulls away from taking this. That's a great placement to find the double.
Yeah, you got to feel like this one's meant to be here. So that's exactly what happens. Cali Monster beat DSOB 2, and man, that was a good DSOB team as well. So we do still have DSOB 99 that will take on the North Dakota team here momentarily. But it'll be Milwaukee Monsters, Cali Monsters next on NDA Team Dart 2023, as we are exhausted here. Let's be honest, I'm mentally drained because that didn't sound good at all right there.
Oh, it sounded beautiful. Listen, we've been putting a lot of hours in, but that's because we want to show you all the great content that's going out here, all the quality players putting on a good show, and all the fun being had here at the Westgate Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. But of course, it's just going to take a few moments here to get that match set up, so we're going to be back in just a few seconds here. Don't go far, folks, because this fourth place match and this king seat match here is going to be a sight to behold.
Yeah, before we go, let's hear a word from those Black Saddle boys that just bid us adieu, because we were able to chat with them not too long ago. So we'll do that now before we come right back at you with more action. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Well, hello, everybody. I am Nick Dichiria, joined by none other than one of the most popular teams here, Black Saddle. I have with us Bob Anderson, Matt Crafts, Steve Diker, and John Pilgrim. Now, you guys had a great start to your week here at NDA. Can you tell us a little bit about our experience so far and how that first morning event went for you?
Apparently, I'm the team spokesperson. It was nice to get out quick. Last year we had a really rough go the first event, and we didn't actually make it through the first time, so that was kind of for me, it was a chip on our shoulder, and I feel like the rest of the guys feel the same way. It's no joke out here. There's no bad shots in the Masters division. So to get through the way we did was fantastic. I'm thrilled.
I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, for those that don't know, the Masters is anybody is playing in that. There's tough teams, and every player has to be on the best of their performance. If you guys are all playing your best game, who's the best on the team right now?
We don't have the best on the team.
Yeah.
No?
We play as a team.
Just the way that we shoot. The way that we shoot together. I mean, there's maybe a bad round, but that sets up the other guy for the right out. So there's no really guy above anybody right now. I think we're all throwing pretty well together. We're gelling well.
The biggest thing for us is you have to pick each other up when they have that bad round. Our main focus today was to get in the first round. In a double-in, double-out format, if you don't get in the first round, you are way behind. And we figured that out last year because we weren't prepared.
Well, you heard it here, everybody. This is Team Black Saddle over at NDA Team Dart playing the Masters Team 501. I'm Nick Dichiria, and we're bringing you coverage this whole week. Thanks for tuning in.
get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com.
Hello everyone, this is Nick Dichiria with USA Darts, and today I have with me Bernie Marsh to talk about NDA and what it takes to be a master referee. First off, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for another year of darts here, Team Dart.
So what do you exactly do for NDA?
Well, I'm retired from my coin-op business, and I've been retired probably for about 15 years, but the whole NDA is becomes such a tight-knit family when you're working with these people from all over the country and all over the world. It's hard just to let those strings go.
And then, so you also do a lot of refereeing and stuff like that. What does it take to be a master referee and be like someone that's behind the making of the rules that go into tournaments like this?
Well, the master referee, it's a tier.
Okay.
You start with know the rules test, and you work into it, and you're level 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to being a master referee. Master referee has the most responsibilities, and it's part of a tournament committee that we do sit down and go through the rules from year to year, because technology in the boards changes all the time. As technology changes, we try to modify our rules to make it better for the players, more fun for the players, and less like worrying about rules and just having a good time.
And then, I mean, you see everyone in this room that's starting to fill up as the tournament's about to kick off and the pool party's going to get going. And we see so many happy faces here. How does it feel to know that there are so many darters that are excited to take part in this event?
Well, like I said, a lot of people come back year to year. So, it's a reunion. And then the young people the new people that come first of all, when they walk into the room, they're amazed by seeing 300 dartboards set up in one room. And it may be a little bit intimidating, but the whole tournament runs on different levels. And so they're just excited to, they've talked to their friends that have been here, and they're just excited to get their feet wet and have a good time.
And what got your feet wet into darts? What got you into the community, into the scene?
Well, in 1990, I started a small coin-op business, but I didn't know anything about running darts. And so that's when I joined the NDA. So 30-some years ago is when I joined the NDA. And after a few years like 3 years, there was an opening on the board of directors, so I ran for the board, feeling because my business was running quite well then, I figured I should give something back to the organization. And, like a lot of organizations, the more you put into them, the more that comes back to you, and it just engulfs you into its life.
And one of the things I noticed, I mean, when I saw you, as you said, there's over 300 boards, there's lights everywhere, and you're in Vegas. It's a busy city, right? I remember my first time 6-7 years ago, I was intimidated at first. What advice would you give to a new player that's playing in a big event like this for the first time?
If you have questions, ask questions. Just don't walk in a circle and then wonder why this happened or why that happened. There's always somebody that's going to be one to answer your question, and if they can't answer a question, they'll find somebody that can answer your question. So just don't be afraid to ask the questions. Don't be intimidated by that.
Well, I know I want to be calling this master ref if my dart misregisters this week, but I know they won't, as we're excited to kick things off at NDA Team Dart 2023. This is Bernie Marsh, and I'm Nick Dichiria. Well, hello everybody, I'm Nick Dichiria with USA Darts, and today I am joined by Randy Oliver over here representing NDA as the president of the National Dart Association. Randy, for those that are just watching NDA Team Dart for the first time, can you explain what NDA is and represents?
Sanctioned dart leagues throughout the world. We have numerous operators, members, and obviously participants, dart players. Our goal is to run the biggest and the best darts tournament in the nation.
And that you do, at least here in Las Vegas. We have turnout this year as there's hundreds of players. We have a lot of the international crowd in here. Are you surprised or happy with the turnout that we have for Team Dart this year?
We're very happy. We have over 3,000 players here this year, almost 4,000. The survive after COVID, the building up of everything, bringing it back. The players are fantastic. They're glad to be here, and we are so glad to have them. All of our events are completely full, and it's a great turnout.
Well, out of those thousands of players, of course, you guys do have an international program. So the DSAB brought over 90 players here to represent Germany. How does it feel to see that international turnout be so high this year?
It's great. We wish that Spain and France, Italy would all come back again. We're hoping that as the COVID has survived and all of the bad news, we're really hoping that we can attract them to come back to this. And when you mentioned Germany, they just won the men's challenge.
Yeah, the Germans did very well on the men's side of the international challenge and getting second in the women's portion of that, as that was an enticing event that you can go ahead and rewatch on the live stream there. So is that going to be a big focus going forward, is expanding the international darts program for the NDA?
We hope to. We do what we can to attract them, to bring them in, and we're hoping for the other ones that used to be here to come back again and try it again.
Well, Randy, it's a great reward to be out here, as well as we've been having a lot of fun bringing the coverage, but also you can ask any player out in that hall. They are having a great time, and we're looking forward to continuing our coverage of Team Dart 2023, brought to you by the NDA in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Westgate Resort and Casino.
Well, alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I am Nick Dichiria, joined by Will Stuart, and this is our King Seat match here for Masters Team Cricket. We have DSAB 99 going up against the North Dakotan team, and we are underway here. This will guarantee whoever wins this a spot in the finals. See Junior stepping up to the line here. And does find 6 on the 19s. We have a very relaxed NODAC team for sure right now, as Dason and Demery and those guys, and even Travis Jr. coming back here, having a laugh and really trying to stay as calm as they can going into this. Nico Kurz, of course, no stranger to our stream, as he has been doing some great work all week long and gave us a great show last night. I'm not going to spoil the results for you, but let me just tell you, you need to go watch last night's stream. The last 2 hours of it was nothing but some of the best starts I've ever got a chance to talk about. Jason Albert's there. Of course, he did play on Team USA earlier in the International Challenge. It's his first appearance on such. Stepping up here, D-Sob, getting the point lead on the first and the second. Can take a look downstairs if he wants to. And he does. Doesn't connect, but puts a lot of pressure now. Junior needs to apply it right back. Needs to hit a 4 mark before getting that point lead. Let us know you have and who you're cheering for in chat here, as we're really excited to be bringing you coverage of this Master Team Cricket King Seat match. Of course, playing in our 4th place match over there is Milwaukee Monsters and Cali Monsters, which we got to see a little bit of. And the winner of that will play the loser of this match to see who else makes it to the finals. But these top 4 teams are all looking strong enough to win it all. It matters who can find it when. You can see Junior did get that 4 mark to try to go up for the 20s. Unfortunately, also not able to close it. Nico going to play a little bit safer here. He hasn't shown that he's been a little bit more conservative in his play style as of late, and it tends to be paying off for him, leaving some of the hero shots for his other teammates here. Jason Alberts has spent a lot of time hanging out. I got a chance to know him really well. One of his favorite things about darts is he loves coaching people. He loves teaching people the game, and he loves giving people advice on how to get better, because he is just one of those natural born talents, but he has a great understanding and a great mind for the game. But you can see D-Sop here is just continuing to do work. Is able to get the close on those 19s here, but not with as much of a point lead as he would have preferred. Giving an opportunity, if a 6 mark is scored on the 18s or 17s, to have a shot at the 20. Yeah, it's a tough spot here for Junior.
Looks like Cali Monsters and Milwaukee Monsters are just kind of having a laugh or two before they get underway here. So that match has not began yet. Or begun yet.
It's okay. We understood. Dason's been playing pretty good so far. Hitting some of those bigger rounds so far for his team. That's a good marker for him. He caught underneath the dart, though. Does find it on the last. You can see he's a little frustrated. He's like, I just need to push on through with that one. And he does get the point lead back, but only a 28-point difference, meaning 2 singles gets the point lead now for the German team. Yeah, look at this. This is a good shot right here. It did deflect out there. You can see he's like, come on, look at that. But the German team's getting real fired up right now. We can hear some big roars and celebrations from them right now. Wonder if this is guaranteed to do, at worst, 2nd place here, which is $1,600. 1st place being $2,500.
Nico rocking the hat today. Of course, Nico was up to the wee hours of the morning playing in that final against Jules Van Dongen.
Yeah, we're not going to spoil what happened. Just take a look. Hopefully we'll get that highlight out soon, because that was truly something incredible to watch.
Yeah, it definitely was. It's on its own individual feed. It's with the 3rd place match. It's going to be Monday evening session part 2 on Facebook.
You can see right now the North Dakotans have their back against the wall a little bit, as the Germans have been leading them every step of the way in this first leg here. And look at this, just continuing to push along. He's still getting mad about that 3rd dart, but he's hitting these crucial triples time and time again. I mean, this is truly a great performance from Matthias.
Yeah, Matthias playing well throughout the weekend, honestly. No denying that one. I mean, this DSOB 99 team is going to be pretty strong with the likes of Matthias and Nico.
I wonder where they got the 99 from. I wonder if there's like a certain meaning there.
I think they just, chose some numbers there and make it a little easier on themselves.
Like athletes choosing the number for a jersey. Of course, with the weight.
Some German being yelled out in the background in support.
Yeah, these guys are some passionate darts fans. That's why not only do you see them so serious when they're playing, but when they're watching as well. I love the little shark on the jersey there for these guys. They are looking sharp and they're looking mean.
Well, they're known as the Dart Sharks. That's their team name. So, as we had the Revolution and the Demolition, this is the Dart Sharks.
Well,
I did stumble upon the DSOB Facebook page, so I did see that they were that was mentioned, Dart Sharks and whatnot. So, good mention of it.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great piece of insight. I wasn't 100% sure. I knew that they had some different meanings for each team here, but that's a great point. As the Dart Sharks swim their way into the first leg here, taking advantage and giving the North Dakotans the start. This is going to be Dichiria, Lawrence starting up here. Dichiria, fun fact, has cashed in every single event so far except for one this week.
Really?
That is true. I think he just finished 3rd place in level 1 last night.
Oh, nice.
I was like, you're only in level 1? That doesn't make sense. He's like, that's why I keep getting. I don't understand. I'm like, well, you're playing great. That's why.
Yeah, I know he's a high-quality player in Grand Board rankings. I've had the pleasure of playing him on there a couple times, just because I don't get out to enough leagues, let's be honest. But
a little bit of a slow start here for both teams, but especially the North Dakotans, as Linus Wallet is going to need it to start off strong. Yeah, this is a little bit of a slow start here for the North Dakotans compared to how explosive they normally are on the dartboard. This is going to be very scary here for them. Seven mark there for the German team, getting their feet out and running here. Dichiria, who's been having a great week here, needs to find something here to get these North Dakotans on the board. If they can get these 8 teams here, oh no, now that's going to take all 3, and yeah, they're not able to close it, giving the North Dakotans and Linus Wallet here really a great chance to kind of correct the misstep that they had early on in this.
Yeah, let's see if Linus can attack here. Unfortunately, just 2. Linus will be the first one to tell you he's just had kind of some struggles this week. It's unfortunate, but that happens. Did want to mention Dace and Albert's mother back there hanging out, watching this action.
Oh, I did not know that.
You wouldn't believe that, but that is Dason's mother there next to Linus.
I don't believe that at all.
She's actually came out here to play in a couple events, but also just sitting back and enjoying the action too. So, I know all you North Dakota folks out there on our chat are been wanting to see our North Dakota boys, and there we are. We're getting them in play here right now, so just a matter of time, right?
I do want to say a mentionable here, as this is kind of like the inverse of the Masters 01 finals, right? We had 3 out of the 4 remaining teams in the top 4 be German teams. Now it's 3 out of the 4 being American teams for the cricket.
Big 5 mark there is it's 180 to 126 now, with a 2-house advantage to the DSOB 99 crew. Six mark on the 16s for Linus, just 48 scored, so not enough to give him the lead.
Yeah, the Nodaks know for a fact that they've just been given so many good chances, and they haven't been able to really open the door, and it's costing them a lot right now. The German team here, talking about the game plan here, saying, do you just want to go ahead and attack right those 16s? And I think with the 2-house advantage at this point, especially with one of them being the 20, you absolutely can, because you'll happily take a 20 versus 15 battle.
Look, he's going for it right now. And back to the points over the 15s. No, he stays right there, and look at that. Big, big fist pump. And you can hear the roar of the Germans in the background.
Yeah, that's one of those dagger in the back shots there, and just twisting the blade, as that was impactful. Getting all those 20s here means it doesn't matter if Dimery hits even a 12 mark on those 15s and borrows someone else's dart. So let's see if the Dart Sharks can take this 2-0. Of course, we saw with their last two matches, taking it 2-0 doesn't mean much, as it seems like all these teams are always able to rally at these key moments.
Well, there it is. Germans excited here for this one as DSOP 99 goes up 2-0 on North Dakota. The Cali-Milwaukee Monsters matchup has not begun yet, so we wanted to mention that one as well, as who knows what they could be waiting on over there.
Those Monster guys, I don't know, something about them.
Actually, let me just confirm. They may have moved on over to the next board over. Let me see.
Yeah, it looks like they're called on F9 now. I think they changed that calling. But the third place match is already pre-called on F11, and I assume F10 for our final. So we're going to send our field reporter out here to discover some information here. Dason gets 4 to get us going here. But with the way Nico played last night, it's going to be hard. If he can find the stride that he had in those finals. Yeah, exactly like that. We saw one game from Nico where he literally hit in 5 rounds 4 7 marks and a 9 mark, and then finally fell off to a 5 mark. He is literally playing incredible stuff right now. It's going to put a lot of pressure. Dimery did get the point lead here. He's going to stay up as he's adjusting to get to the side there, and that's a well-thrown dart there. Knowing exactly the angle he needs to get to and then throwing it from off position is really a clutch moment there. If he did go for the 19s and missed, it would almost hand the Germans the best opportunity possible. And now it's forcing them to hit perfects before they can go up, which, look at this, they are going to do, as that is a 9 mark there from the Dart Sharks. Wow. They had to play perfection there to capitalize, and guess what? They did. Oh, I just got a little update here. It looks like our field reporters tell me that it is 1-0 in the favor of Cali Monsters here for the 4th place match.
I did go out there and I was like, what? F10 wasn't good enough for you boys? They said, they called us on 9. I said, I know, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right now the Dart Sharks are just playing so good. 7 mark into 9 mark into a 5 mark here. It looks like, or just under a 5 mark.
This is going to be a very difficult team to beat no matter what. I mean, they're taking this by storm, and I wonder how many legs they've even dropped today, let alone. I mean, who have they played so far, buddy?
Yeah, they started off by beating Team Super Darts 3 straight, and then they beat the Milwaukee Monsters. And I'm not sure exactly the scoreline here, as it's not on CompuSport, unfortunately, but then going on to this match. So at most, they've only dropped 2 legs. Look at this. They're playing so much pressure right now. This is an incredible performance. And then hitting some extra points here. Now is able to move over to the 16s. A 7 mark there. 9 into 7 for that gentleman right there. This is some great performance from these guys. And Dason catching a little bit of a cold streak at the moment here. In opportune time. Of course, the loser of this one is not going to be out of the running here. But they are going to have a hard time, as this German team, if they win, is going to be near impossible to double dip.
So confirmation, D-Sob 99 did get 2 legs taken off of them by Milwaukee Monsters. So just goes show you, I mean, even though they're going to be a dominant team, I mean, they can get a couple legs taken off them, although we haven't seen it here yet.
Yeah, whatever team has to play them in the finals, assuming that they make it there, which looks likely at this point, to take 6 legs off them is going to be a tough task for any team. Let's see if they can finish what they started here. Going right to those 15s. With the 3-house advantage, can go right to bulls, but does play it safe there. Yeah, they're not going to mess around here.
No, they're not. Nico's giving his nod of approval back there, too.
Yeah, unfortunately, not much that Albert can do. Just trying his best. Deflected out. Did close at 17 on the deflection here. It's going to be a moot point. Nico Kurz to finish what he started here. He was just double checking the map there just to make sure that there was no outshot available, and does hit it there on a double bull for the last start there. Dart Sharks DSAB 99 take down the Nodex to the losers bracket and guarantee themselves a spot in the final here.
Wow, what a performance there by DSOB 99. I mean, wow, wow, wow. This team's going to be definitely a team to beat here, and they just proved it, as we are actually going to head on over to the overhead view of this Cali Monsters Milwaukee Monsters matchup, and I'm going to just double down and make sure that we've got the same score line, or what score line we have here. But this is unfortunately the only view we have of this match currently, but something's better than nothing, correct?
Absolutely. So you don't want to be missing any of this action. We want to see who makes it into the 3rd place match to go up against the North Dakotans.
It's 451 to 448 here. We'll put a scoreboard up for you folks at home. We'll tune some background music in just so you all can enjoy the action. No need for us to, well, it's going to be tough for us to give us our full opinion, let's be honest. So we'll be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
So you want to get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to usadartsproduction.com. So you want to get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com.
Well, here we go. Once again, Milwaukee Monsters take on North Dakota here in our team cricket third place matchup. Will Stuart alongside me, Mr. Nick Dichiria. It's been a good day so far, and we're looking to crown a team champion here soon, where DSOB 99 are already in the king seat. Now, who will face them is the question. They've been dominant.
For those that were paying attention to that little overhead shot we had on the sideboard, as it was unfortunate on a streaming board, Garrett played great. Garrett's been playing great all week. I haven't seen him miss very many darts, and he seems to be like one of the ones taking the most charge right now for his team, the Milwaukee Monsters.
He played well yesterday. I mean, what did he take? Third or fourth yesterday in the cricket.
Yep.
It was wee hours in the morning, so that would kind of blend into the rest of the events we've had here so far this weekend. But Daryl and Rakowski taking on Dason. And who's his partner here? It's Ludiker, right?
I
think it's Travis Ludiker.
Yes. He also goes by Junior. I found out.
Okay.
He said, my dad will go crazy if you start calling me Junior. And I was like, all right, you got it.
That's great. No, that's great. Junior it is.
He also said that because I can't pronounce his last name without butchering it. Oh, look at that clap from him as he wanted all three to connect.
Now we want to welcome you all that are joining us, whether it be on our Facebook and our YouTube pages, as well as live here on StreamStack right now. 100% free platform that we've worked with Blvd Media on. And it puts us along sports such as cornhole, lacrosse, rugby, and so much more. So definitely go check that out when you get time.
Taysom was struggling a little bit last time we saw him. And he is one of those players that once he's in form, he will stay in form. But it's a little shaky at the moment.
Well, something to be said, too. Dason's one of those guys that's just chill, relaxed attitude. Doesn't mind. I mean, he's been in and out of this commentary area, just hanging out with us, watching the chat, and he said, it's peaceful back here, man. Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about the hustle and bustle out there. Definitely so. So, been using it to his advantage.
Yeah, he definitely has, and it's been a great opportunity to really get a chance to know him. Junior here just trying to get something going on the 17s. Does get the close here. But Milwaukee Monsters are going to be happy coming up to this board state here as the bullet, Garrett Rakowski, is going to try to do some work here. Just throws that little phantom dart, as they call it. That's a good placement for him to follow it in. Oh, but a little bit of an over adjustment. He wants to go down, but he's going to have to move to the side here and stay on the 20s. It's a safer shot. You can actually hear he said, Garrett Rakowski, as he knows he wasn't happy with that one. Daisy here on the first dart will be able to get the point lead. Again, right now, these guys are just trying to find that explosive nature that they have, because once things start clicking, it gets very dicey very fast. I definitely don't envy any of them in their position, because these guys are scary to go against. Let me just be honest here. But Milwaukee just continuing to try to get themselves ahead and really push some pressure over here. You can see the Germany team, the DSOB 99, the Dart Sharks, are staying warm in the background here and looking forward with anticipation and excitement to see who they're going to be taking on next. Of course, let us know who you're cheering for. We got Milwaukee Monsters, we got the North Dakotans, and of course we got the Dart Sharks from Germany. Garrett doing a smart switch over to that 20. He's getting frustrated there because he knows if he hit that triple, it would have enabled him to move around the board, but he's kind of relegated to stay there. And he does find a 7 mark there. Again, some frustration from him as he knows a 9 mark there would have pretty much sealed the first leg for his team. But now Auburn needs them all. Yeah, frustration right now as Milwaukee is not playing to the standard that they would prefer. Even with a 6 mark there, they just know that there's going to be no leeway here in this match and the next. The standard's just been that high this week. One of the best things about NDA Team Dart is the fact that the quality of the players in the room is immense, and to do well out here is a big feat to go through. I mean, when you're looking to left and right, you're seeing pro player after pro player, and they're all lighting it up. It forces you to bring your A game and then more A game and then more A game.
Rokowski up with that 520 to 464 score line. Does close out the 16s over to the 15s.
That's a good marker for him.
Oh, handy marker. He'll use it.
Yeah, whenever you get those darts in the placement, I mean, you hear us talk about markers all the time, but just to kind of clarify what that means, it's just about the placement of the dart helping advantageously to either guide your dart in or even to use that dart to make sure your dart goes to a certain spot. It's one of those things that when you get to players of this caliber, they do consistently. Me? There's no such thing as a marker dart. They're all going to miss.
Advancing to the finals from level 6B, we have DUI and Lucky Darts in the Congratulations. See you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yeah, it looks like the Milwaukee Monsters are going to pretty much come out swinging in this leg here and get the early advantage. Of course, as long as both teams hold their throw, it will go the distance. The hard part is if someone gets broken here, it becomes a huge task to stay alive in this.
Indeed it does. Garrett saying something there. Not sure what that was all about.
And he's a very emotive player, but look at that. Game number 1 there. Milwaukee Monsters against the Nodex. For our Masters team at cricket 3rd place match, the team that loses here gets $1,000, which is not a bad payday, but they want more.
Yeah, not a bad payday, but of course they would want a little bit more because you're splitting that 4 ways. So $250 apiece.
I don't even want to know how it works for the German team when they have 7 people on the roster, how that split works.
How do you split the francs?
All right, well, this is Dichiria Lawrence starting us off here. The up-and-comer of the group here, as he has been having a great week, as we mentioned before. He's a very explosive player, just learning that consistency to his game right now.
In steps Jeffrey Johnson. That smooth, relaxed, kind of take your time mindset of Jeffrey Johnson. He gets set in, same routine every time. When I think of Jeffrey, I think of Andrew Gelding. Kind of the same mentality.
Yeah,
kind of takes his time, relaxes in.
The way that he's just in his own zone here just shows that it's really just him playing against the board and not him playing against the other team, and that's exactly the mentality that you want to stay focused.
But look at it. I mean, it works for him. Ooh. He wipes that one away.
Yes, that dart kind of got away from him. Linus Wallet stepping up now for the Nodex. He's going to need to find something here. Huge last start there as he wanted to make sure his team has a point advantage going into the next round here and forces Porky to hit a 4 mark before he can consider closing anyways. Forcing the hand here. See what Hoger does. The reason why Porky throws so well with house darts and every other kind of dart is he has one of the most simplistic throws you could have. In darts, we talk about minimizing inconsistencies and variables. And the way he sets up, right below the eye line, a small cock back, quick stop, and then push out forward there, just makes his dart throw so clean and consistent. It doesn't matter if he was throwing nails at a chalkboard. Big shot there from Dichiria. accomplishing a big feat there and getting control early on here.
Johnson attacking those 18s here. This is in the hands of North Dakota right now. 295 taking out the 18s. There's Wallette.
Yeah, Porky needs to kind of get the Milwaukee Monsters back up and running here. As again, both these teams are pretty good about holding their throw here. Of course, in cricket, it's a little different about holding your throw than it is in 01. In 01, it's a lot harder to break. In cricket, especially because it's a more elongated game, can make it a lot easier to do so, but not right now, as the Nodaks are bringing out some of their A game. Demery's going to stay there. Needs to find at least a single here. Doesn't need to do anything fancy. And that's okay. You can see he's frustrated there, but that third number up and continuing to have the same level of point advantage is all you can really ask for. Anything else is extra. I just gotta say though, Jeffrey Johnson really just kind of has a swagger at the dartboard. He's just really in his own world and continues to find the darts and hit them well. You can see Wallette there. He has like he raises his body up as he throws there, which is a very interesting like idiosyncrasy of his form. Porky just trying to find some 15s. But I mean, you can see right now his team is struggling. As after that first round 6 mark, they haven't had anything above a 4 mark since. Demery just needs to get a single here on that 15. A little extra doesn't hurt though. As it looks like it's going to be one apiece here.
Gonna be tough for the Monsters to pull off this leg. So looking at a 1-1 score line, who's gonna step in next for these teams?
Congratulations, see you tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Yeah, Landon's just looking to get these last 2 bowls and call it a game here. And does so. One apiece here, the Nodaks versus the Milwaukeeans. Milwaukeeans? Is that? I don't know. I think I made that up.
Wisconsinites. We'll just keep it as Wisconsinites.
Just trying to get more regional, trying to mix it up a little bit.
We got a
around
North
here.
Dakota, Wisconsin matchup here.
Right.
Let's just keep it as easy as possible.
Well, Garrett the Bullet Rakowski starting us off here. I would say right now he's by far the most informed player in this match. I actually take back what I said there. I'm just kidding. He does get a 4 mark there to start us off in the 20s here. But gives Dayson a little bit of an opportunity, especially if he can find his first 2 in that little green bed over there for the 19s. Good placement for that first dart. Oh, but that was a little bit of a wild dart here. Dayson just not playing like his normal self at the moment. Jeffrey Johnson here just analyzing the situation here. Personally, I'm a big fan of attacking the 19s immediately here. It gets you that second number up, and even though your point advantage might only be slight, it puts a lot of pressure here. You get it, and he does get it. He's going to try to expand that point lead since he didn't get it on the first start. Getting up to 39 here. And some good strategy there from Jeffrey Johnson. Dimmery's not happy with the lay of that dart. That's a really hard one to get through. But he needs to stay there. You can see the way the dart kicks up there. It really didn't have a chance to finding that bed.
See Garrett attack these 18s here. Over to the 20s.
Yeah, just playing it safe there as he wasn't connecting the way he would like to, but just trying to really establish a position here. Dason needs to start finding some of his rhythm that we know him for. That's a great middle dart right there. There's room for one more. 7 mark there does get the point lead. I know he's a little frustrated with that placement of the last one, but it is what he needed. That was the bare minimum he could have walked with there.
Advancing to the finals from level 7E, we have the Leftovers and the Almost Up. Congratulations, see you tomorrow at 9.
Jeffrey Johnson regaining that point lead assertively. Yeah, that's an amazing third dart there. So able to hit that just applies so much pressure here to the node X.
Do you see that little flick?
Mm-hmm. He does have a little bit of a flick there.
Yeah. Haven't really noticed that one really until now. How heavily present that flick there is.
It helps give a little bit of zip to the dart, but also can, at times, if not managed well, add some inconsistencies to the throw here, but he seems to be doing pretty well with it. Of course, the more extreme example of that would be like Matt Graff. It's interesting to contest these 16s here, as he knows that if they get a third number up over here for the Milwaukee Monsters team, it puts them at such a detrimental position. So he'd rather contest it even though there's already an X there. Takes away one dart, and he's hoping that maybe, just maybe, they don't get to the 15s. Jeffrey Johnson here finds the 15th though. It will be a huge dart. He does. And then back up top there is, that was the ideal 7 mark for him there. There's no other way to make that shot any better.
Milwaukee currently on a tear, looking to make this 2-1. One step closer to DSOB 99.
Hat-trick there from Dimmery is just not going to be enough. Garrett Rakowski for the win.
Just 2 singles. That's okay. I think we got time here to work with. No harm, no foul.
Exactly. In this situation, you know that you're going to have that advantage here, and if you can break the throw of the North Dakotans, you'll be moving on to the finals. Of course, we do notice time and time again when you get to that match point situation, it either makes you fly higher than normal or hit new lows, as that pressure of getting there is so hard. Jeffrey Johnson there gets it, making it 2-1 now in favor of the Milwaukee Monsters here. A combined 4-5 first team, so that brings up their average from what we've seen in previous, versus a combined 3-4-2, which, I mean, to put it frankly here, the North Dakotans need to find what they're capable of doing, as that's not going to be enough. I'll let to start us off.
Linus has got to come out strong here, and unfortunately he's not going to. Does find the trip 20, but I feel like you gotta want more out of that round.
Yeah, I don't want to call it this early here, but I mean, the North Dakotans are kind of going through a little bit of a collapse, in my opinion, at the moment. Five mark there from Porky, as you see Junior stepping up. Junior also my future doubles partner, so he says.
Well, Daryl can take a shot at these 20s here, even with just a single mark if he wants to.
That's a good placement. He's going to stay there. Yeah, maybe shifting up, yeah. Didn't feel comfortable with the placement of the second dart there. Tried to go for the close and not able to find it. Handing that opportunity back over to Linus. An aggressive look there from Mollett. He kind of rushed that third dart there, and I know he's a little bit of a momentum-based player, but that was not the time to throw that fast, as that was a costly miss.
Oof. Okay, uh-oh. Does find it, splits the uprights per se, but you can see, he said, dang it. Right after those two first darts, wanted more out of that. Travis, a.k.a. Junior, looking for a little bit more. He finds it with a ton.
Yeah, they're giving some high fives to each other because they want both teams to be playing their best. The thing is, these guys don't want an easy match. They want to be working hard for it. They want to be lighting up the board. They want to be putting on a show.
Yeah, yep. Jerry's got a take here. He says, I've been a Team Dart 6 years and even won seniors 1 year. I think the NDA is making a mistake by having PDC pros. Well, there's only pretty much one that's technically a PDC pro, but there's multiple that are that caliber. So just because they have a card, they're allowed to play in other events. It's not like an amateur event by any means, so I think it's okay.
If you're going to have an event called Masters, you want the best.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I wouldn't mind seeing the likes of France, Italy, and Spain back next year. Maybe we get a Jose Justica. Maybe, you know, that would be nice from Spain, or even Tony Alcinez. That would be great.
Yeah,
you never know.
Well, there's so much talent around this globe here. I mean, the international program for NDA is something they're looking to kind of grow back to its former self and even better.
Yeah. Well, we saw that, you know, it doesn't matter. I mean, yes, Jules did get one, but he was ousted in that 0-1 and didn't grab that title. You know who did? Brandon Perez, who's a local boy here in Las Vegas and really played well.
Yeah, it just shows that while to work harder title might mean something to the players, it doesn't mean that they're going to win. It doesn't give you an automatic victory, as it forces everyone to play on their best, and if anything, it puts a target on their back.
Mr. Wallet gunning the 20s here before taking a look down. Gonna have to go back up. And another take here. Any PDC player should be in their own division. Well, that's called the PDC. just a thought, you know. You know, they're allowed to play in other events. I mean, you look at like Simon Whitlock, he plays in local events all the time. You know, that kind of deal too. So
well, it's also
can't oust
just
them.
they're professional dart players, right? But also that means that they need to go to as many competitions as possible to stay on that upper edge.
Exactly.
Junior's going to go right for these 19s here, and then I feel like he's going to play safe on this last start. Going for the close here is a big risk if he misses.
We got a baby Trav in the chat too, so that's good.
Baby Trav.
Baby Trav.
Do 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 do. I love the switch up there, by the way. Getting that second number up again, kind of reapplying pressure, even though you're behind in points, just shows you that you're claiming as much property as possible.
Adjustment here for us as the hall starts to vacate from this morning's events
Into the evening ones.
Yeah, where you gets a little bit quieter. I mean, the hall's vacated. Most of your upper divisions, or your lower divisions, sorry, are already done with their team round robin events, so they'll be back later on.
Exactly.
So it becomes a little bit quieter. That music gets louder. These guys can hear us just a little bit, so we quiet on down.
Exactly. We want to make sure we're not distracting these players. We don't want to have any reason for them to not be playing at their best. That's why you had our ASMR commentary last night, as there was some incredible stuff going on. Porky here. This is a great opportunity for the Milwaukee Monsters. They've kind of just hung around in this league a little bit more than I'm pretty sure the North Dakotans wanted them to.
It was a great opportunity for the Monsters, but now Porky's just going to have to hit a big triple here to gain a 30-point advantage.
Which just means Travis needs to hit 2 singles here before considering the move. If he finds a first start triple, though, he's going for the close. Now he's forced to stay. And he deflects out, doesn't regain the point lead here. You can see how quick Darryl walked up there. He is walking to line with a sense of urgency. Look at this. This will be an amazing moment for the North Dakotans here. Or excuse me, the Milwaukee Monsters here. The 20s are gone. Over to the 17s. And that is a great time for a 6 mark there, as Darryl should be very happy with that round. One more
Find the triple there, needs another and can't find it. So Milwaukee with the advantage right now. And if they can win this leg, they will advance to place DSOB 99 in the finals. In the finals, what'd you say?
The Dart Sharks.
The Dart Sharks. Indeed.
Oh! Porky missed a single 16 on the last dart there. Very much not a characteristic that we've seen from him. Junior could save it for his team right now. Oh, that's a little bit high for him. Getting underneath it, but needs to stay there. I don't even know if he can fit another one in there. Yeah, he is forced to basically just hit a single on that last dart there. With a 2-point advantage, it does mean that a dart is going to be taken away here. And hopefully, if the 15s are still around, we'll give the North Dakotans a shot. And that's a wasted dart there. 16s do go away here. And with that triple 17 means that even after a 6 mark, there won't be a point lead now for the Nodex.
Linus looks that one off, finds it, and only a 4 mark scored on the 15s. Porky will step in.
Yeah, 34-point difference between these teams right now. Which means if they're able to close the 15, a single 17 adds another ball. 15s are gone. Porky might go right at the bulls, though, the way he's hitting. Nope, he does add that. Smart dart, smart dart. Yeah, no outshot available. Junior Needs all he can get. It's good placement. Now it's going to be hard to find that double, though.
Finds the last hat trick there for Travis. But Daryl needing 1, 2, 3 on those bulls to advance.
Exactly, that 51-point difference is massive at the moment. And there we go. The Milwaukee Monsters win 3-1 over the North Dakotans. I am honestly a little bit shocked by that one.
I think I am as well. I mean, these Monsters, they're proven to be tough, as they will advance to play DSOB 99 here in just a second. You can see that, you know, the North Dakota boys, they're a little upset about it. This means a lot. This event means a lot to them. I think that they did feel a little bit of pressure losing out on, you know, they're missing a few fellas. They're missing Chip Anderson, Don Gunville, Travis Glajou is another one who is a part of that team. So, but hey, it's still a good run nonetheless. 3rd place here in the team cricket event for North Dakota, as we will give you this finals here in just a second, as Nico Kurz will step up with Team DSOB 99 to take on Milwaukee Monsters next here on USA Darts coverage of NDA Team Dart 2023.
get into darts, but you're not sure how. We can definitely help with that. We're usadartsproduction, and we've been a dart specialty store for over 30 years. We have the greatest variety of darts in the country. But don't worry, we can narrow down that selection for you, whether you're a complete beginner or a full-on expert. We developed our own colonial brand to offer an inexpensive line of darts, dartboards, and accessories, so you can get into the game without breaking the bank. Join our amazing community by going to azdarts.com.
Alrighty, folks, here we go with our team event cricket final here, as it is just got really quiet, scary quiet in the background. I'm almost scared to talk now.
Well, that's because everyone has a pony in this race here, and they want to see their horse do well.
You just start bringing out the good ones when Jin Mounts is around, huh?
Well, I borrowed Sean's Book of Idioms.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Good play there from you. As this is our finals, folks. DSOB 99 versus Milwaukee Monsters. Who's going to come out on top? We will find out, as DSOB 99 is your king seat.
And they are in the best form. I mean, Milwaukee Monsters played well, but they definitely were struggling a little bit there. Compared to how dominant the Germans were, it's going to be a big task, and we're going to need to see the 8 game here from the Milwaukee Monsters.
Well, we may be whispering a little bit here, so bear with us, as thankfully we got some music to drown us out here a little bit.
Yeah,
Day
this
is stepping up for DSOB 99, and he's played well today. And to think that he's teaming up with Nico is dangerous.
That's a very powerful duo there. Of course, Daryl and Garrett are great, and I think Garrett is in prime form right now. Catching the wrong side of the dart there on the second. But answers right back with 6-0 zone. Nico Kurz, a man that, now that he's been back on the stream, has gained a lot of fans this week. You can hear the crowd go wild, as that was a big 7-mark answer to the 6 from the Americans.
Level 7 bracket A. Big Boy and Last Minute Drunk will see you at 9 a.m.
You'll see the crowd here is intently staring at this. Answers right back with the 7 of zone there. Daryl hitting a big one. And then Mateus now stepping up.
For a complete battle on the 20s and 19s. He's going to have to stay there. And he doesn't find it. A lapse there for Mateus. Garrett to try to steal the advantage away.
We'll see here. He needs to find a triple. That's not enough of an advantage. If he goes down, it's too big of a risk. He does get it, though. The reason that that's a big risk, though, is because if Nico hits a 4 mark, he will have the point advantage, and basically is trading up to have the bigger number here by getting rid of those 20s if he hits a 7.
Doesn't even hesitate. Stays right there on the 18s.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that there. Took a glance at the score there. From 1 point down, did try to close, but has to move back.
So just kind of mentally getting prepped here for stepping in and looking for greatness. Wondered if he would take a shot. He did. 5 mark there.
Nothing wrong with the hero dart there, but again, it's just giving the opportunity back if you miss it. Garrett on a first dart triple is guaranteed to close those 18s, but now has to stay. I do want to say right now, I feel like both these teams are in a good form, but not the best form that we've seen them in at the very moment here, and I expect them to progressively get better as this continues on.
I would agree. The last match that we saw from DSOP 99 was just a performance and a half. I mean, they laid it on good to North Dakota 3-0.
Yeah, they really did.
Almost to the point it makes you think if they could do the same here, but I want to make this interesting. Let's see if we can find that to be the case as Milwaukee Monsters hopes to get a leg on the board here.
Yeah, second place in this final here will get $1,600. First place, $2,500 here to be had. Matthews here with the point advantage, might be able to go right at the 20s. Let's see how he approaches. Does go right forward and finds the close. Expand the point lead going back over to the 18s. Was a solid round there. Nothing fancy, no fanfare, just what he needed. Garrett's going to have to stay down there and won't be able to get the point lead now. It's a frustrating position, but you have to stay on those 17s. Yeah, the bullet.
You can tell he's just not fully satisfied there. 2 marks is just not Garrett Rakowski.
No, it really isn't. With how strong of a player he is, that is not a good start for him. Nico stay down there for some extra points. Not happy with that 3 mark, but it is more than enough as it does get him that 2 house advantage with point lead, forcing Darryl now to try to bed. Good last start there. Matthews can make sure that they can guarantee the leg here if he hits the 6 on the 16-15 transfer. Well, the first half of that one is good.
Excellent. Over to the 17s for points. Not a bad idea at all.
Yeah.
Just one step closer to that first leg on the board.
Exactly. That single 17 did make it a 60-point difference now. Yeah, Garrett's really not in form as he was earlier today and last night. Nico just looking for 2 more of those 15s and then moving straight onto the bull. Finds it on the first, over to the bull. Single, double bull will take it. Dart kind of got away from him. He even like gave a little hand motion there, like whoop, kind of slipped away there. But Did exactly what he needed to do there, and then some.
Dare rocking the Milwaukee Bucks hat. Looking for bowls. Only able to grab 2, so Mateus for the leg win. 2 bulls.
And here's some claps from the German crowd there, as that gives them an advantage going into the second leg here. 2 legs away from winning it all. 3 legs still needed for Milwaukee Monsters to keep the run alive.
And we'll step Porky and Jeffrey Johnson. Try to put one on the board for Milwaukee. It's kind of funny. I went out there with my darts and had a little chuck, and I walked up to Jeffrey. He said, "How you doing, Will?" And I said, "I'm doing good. You need to fill in?" He said, "You're not tan enough for that job, my man."
Well, I can't really argue with that one. I mean, the spirits are high for all these players right now. Even if they're struggling a little bit in their performance or excelling, they're having a great time.
Big trip 20 there. 4 mark is handier than just 2 singles, that is for sure, because it wasn't good promising there for a second. These Germans just, they got a look in their eye, and I
mean, they know the room's cheering against them in a sort of way. I mean, it's, of course, the home turf Americans cheering for their teams here. So they come out in full force with their loud support, and I think it's phenomenal, as it kind of almost makes it feel like the majority of the room wants it the other way around. Of course, it's all in good fun for the sport here, but there's a lot of passion behind these darts being thrown. Finds on the last, but now gives the advantage back to the Americans here, who come up with a point lead going into round 3.
did want to say it has been kind of neat to see just how much support the Germans have had in all their matches. No matter what, there's always a little crowd behind each German team. And for that to happen here is crazy, because you'd think they kind of enjoy the Strip, go out and enjoy Vegas for a little bit. No, they're electing to stay here and support their fellow countrymen.
As they should. As they should. The worst thing that can happen to you as a player is playing with no one there to back you in a final. You want to have that network that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable, and especially with the Germans, a little bit more at home. Oh, good attempt on the last start there. You can hear the crowd getting real rowdy with this one.
That they are, man.
I don't even think, I wish I saw that a little bit more from the American crowds in general, because it adds a little bit just of that like big feeling, that big momentous occasion when you hear the crowd erupt. First star triple will get the point lead by 7, which would mean the 20s can go away after. Going right for the close from behind here. If he finds the 19, it's brilliant, and he does.
Wow.
Big risk, a big payoff. Jeffrey Johnson now needs to answer back. Of course, a 7 mark there, really a 6 mark, will do that for him. It requires near perfect play. And take a look at the 19s here if he wants. Chooses to stay up there. With how contested it was, it is unfortunate that that happened. I almost think that shooting the 19 there might have been the safer option. No frustration there from the Germans.
See him say, really, Porky, what are you doing? As it's a round of 2. At all the wrong times for Milwaukee Monsters.
This is definitely a high pressure moment as both teams are kind of struggling at the same time here. With the way that's blocked.
Yeah, the way that was blocked was definitely difficult. As Jeffrey kind of settles in here, looking for 17s.
Switch up to the 18 on the last to expand that point differential.
It's a 4 mark there for D-Sob on the 16s, but still not enough. I mean, Porky can go ahead and just 3 mark these 16s, get rid of them, and still have the 2-house advantage if he chose. Going up to the 18s, adding some more points. It's a smart move.
Yeah, really can't hurt him too much there. Germans aren't out of this league yet, though, as D-Sob is just going to see if they can really dig deep here. Great last start there, getting underneath a heavily trafficked area to be well thrown.
See a little of the crowd there.
Getting the point lead there. See how he does this.
Wow. Big darts. And we hear a "that's right. That's right" in the background. I believe that was Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett's definitely one of those more emotive players. We're definitely getting a little scrappy here in this leg.
Indeed. Just 3 singles from the Germans, so Porky will be eyeing the close. No, I'm surprised by that last start.
I mean, Porky has been taking a more conservative approach, but I have to agree with you. Taking the close on the last start is definitely a good way to go. But he just wants to play a little bit more conservative. I don't think he feels super comfortable with where a lot of his darts have been going. And I think that's why he's taking a moment here to play the safer route.
He may
They
also
want to make it 1-all.
not be fully comfortable where his teammates are at either. Let's not forget about that. That's another factor to think about, as he knows just 1 leg on the board could be a game changer.
Yeah, they got to be a little careful with this approach here, as the bowls are closed for the Germans.
Interesting situation where they have the 2 houses. 2 house to 2 house here. Just a big lead for Milwaukee, so they can go ahead and close out the 15s.
Yeah, 145-point difference here. Any single 18 or 17 here might be a good choice, and he does decide to do that there. Not a bad play. I'm going to be honest here. If they hit a first dart triple, I would almost consider doing the move. No, they can't. Just going to keep getting as much as he can. Getting within 58 points here. Big single here for Porky.
So all eyes on Bulls here.
That was a wild second dart there. Being down 75 points, needed to find that last one here to make the score even and kind of force some points or high pressure Bulls on Milwaukee. But now, from this point of view, you can cleanly take the first dart at it. At some point, might have to switch just to add a bull here. Go ahead and switch now. He knows 2 singles is what's needed there. Now there's an outshot there for the Germans.
No, it's not. And you know what? This is a checkout. This is a look.
This is.
A double bull. I mean, all doubles here. You can go all doubles here.
He's taking his time. He knows that this would be a big steal here to go up 2-0 with advantage in the finals.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it. You can see he's shaking it off.
I mean, this is a hard shot for any player here.
Oh, indeed. But you got to start with bulls. If you hit a single, you stay there. Yep, stay there. And he does grab a big double with the last. That is clutch there as it gets him ahead.
Yeah, with a 32-point difference, you need to stay until you hit a triple, if not more. You don't want to give them another chance at an outshot now that it's gotten a little bit easier with that mark on the 17. Great
Porky.
switch up there.
Yeah, great switch indeed. 7 mark for Porky.
Now at 90 points, 4 bulls needed, which means no outshot here. Not going to regain the point lead here. The opportunity missed for the Germans. Jeffrey Johnson.
Needing the 3 bulls.
65 points means that he can hit a single on either number to add a bull here.
Staying on the 18s. Just expanding the lead, making sure they grab this leg, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty nerve-wracking situation that they put themselves in, incidentally. So now having a 155-point lead here means that even if all hit the double bull here, they're still behind. Porky attacking the bulls. Gets 2. As he's gonna leave this team in a pretty good spot here. Now can't get the point lead for the Germans. That's a great shot there, but still down 5 points. Means Jeff Johnson gets 3 darts for a single bull here. You can see he did the little switch up there. He was going for those 18s just to add a cushion, I guess, but no, the right shot there was definitely doing the switch to the bulls here. It is now 1 apiece as we're going to move on to our third leg here in this exciting matchup. Yeah, that was a huge 9 mark there to start off for the Germans. Yeah, and that was not the response the Milwaukee Monsters wanted to have here. Let's see if they can keep it up here. And yeah, they're going to. Hitting a safe dart in the last one, 98 points and 3 numbers to start off leg number 3.
Sorry about that, Nick. Ran to turn down that Britney Spears in the background.
Personally was helping me commentate. It was, you know, give me some rhythm.
Well, it's Britney. Nah, I'm kidding.
No, I'll say it if you want.
Nope. DSOP 99 out front in this leg has Nico Kurz with that nice handy 9 to start us off.
Yeah, absolutely the case here. Nico's going to continue the tear. I feel like he's going to hit this one here. Yeah, look at that. Does the switch up there. This is real dominant stuff. Now, this was the DSOP we were talking about earlier. This is the one that we saw in that King Steve match. You can hear Garrett actually said his name before the dart left his hand here, knowing that that wasn't going to hit what he was aiming at.
Crazy, but that's just how it goes, you know. You know when that releases, you know.
Yeah, something about that muscle memory, you can just kind of feel it sometimes. Look at this.
Wow. Great, fantastic darts here. As you can see there, some of the German crowd just really supporting these guys.
Jeff Johnson there finding a double on the last, but not going to be enough here. Nico Kurz to find 2 bulls to get his team advantage at match point here in this finals.
And he does it right there with a single dart. Wow, what a leg there for Nico.
Yeah, super impressive performance from both of them, honestly, there.
Yeah, I mean,
look at that little fist bump there, and the little chest bump. They know if they can rally like this for one more leg, it's over. But of course, they do have to break the throw, so if Milwaukee Monsters can start off strong here.
What's that? Marco or Mario, believe.
Well, it looks like Steve Hilger is going to start us off here. Porky for the Milwaukee Monsters. Showing some love to his teammate before hitting the line here. Stepping up to the Aki. This start is crucial.
Yeah, that was Marco, sorry. Yeah, that was Marco. And Nico there that really just played well. Putting him up 2-1. Just 1 leg away for DSOP 99 to win the title.
Good last start there. Slowly inching a lead here. Daryl's definitely had some ups and downs, but now's a good time for him to find an up. Yeah, his grouping's not where he wants it to be here. Tried to do the switch up after not feeling comfortable on those 20s, but not the ideal round as Matthias here is going to start attacking those 19s. If he finds that triple or two singles, he can take a look at the 20 with the point lead.
Yeah, big triple here would be handy, and he's well outside.
Yeah, this is honestly a little shocking here.
Yeah, not the best it goes, and you see him say, just settle down here.
Yeah, the match point adrenaline, as we talked about, is a big factor here for these guys. Porky just going for the 3 mark, the 1, 2, 3 to get the close there. Good shot here, but does give a 7 mark opportunity to D-Sob. That's a great start to it. Ooh. Deflected heavily there.
Yes, outside indeed for Andreas there. Daryl looking to go to work here. Huge round of 9 there.
You can say boom if you want. Matthias here. Gonna need to answer the same. Only finding 3 here. Milwaukee Monsters starting to get out in front of this one.
Oh, no register. This is I got the 4th dart. That's why I got the 4th dart.
Had a little bit of fun with that one, but definitely an unfortunate bounce out there as that was right on line for the trip.
So, Daryl just hit a 9 mark. We'll step in here. All you need is 2 big 17s and you're doing just fine. And wow, just a single mark there. Door is slightly open for D-Sob.
Yeah, Matthias can really save this leg for his team right now.
It's going to take a big hit, and then, let's be honest, not the best of rounds from the Monsters next go-around, but
Matthias is struggling mighty heavily right now. Compared to how dominant we have seen him, definitely a different version of him at the moment. Porky wasting no time getting rid of those 17s. I'm just going to say it here. Compared to the other two on this Team Germany right now, this is completely different sides of the same coin.
yeah, it is. I mean, not the best it goes here for the Germans. This is Nico's been like the spring of life, it seems like, each time he comes to the board. I think there's no denying he's going to get the MVP for this team so far.
Yeah, with the way he's playing, that's a very fair point.
And nothing on Mateus, Andreas, or Marco, but that's just the kind of player Nico's been today.
Yeah, he's truly showing himself as kind of a leader of sorts. Which is funny because he is the young gun of that team.
Yeah, by a little bit.
Borgie does get those 16s. And over to the Bulls here, so it looks like it's going to be 2-all heading into a tiebreaker here. And potentially into another dip.
Looks like we're getting some PA system work in the background. What a great time for that.
5 Bulls was needed there, only 3 found for the Dart Sharks. Borgie taking his time here. Want to make sure he doesn't actually give them an out if he doesn't hit this, but he's going to try to hit it.
He does. 2-2 scoreline here in our team cricket event final.
Yeah, so they're just going to shake some hands here, and then they're going to go right into this diddle to see who starts us off here. Can DSOB 99 win it here? Or Milwaukee Monsters bring him to one more best of 5?
We're going to find out now. Who you taking? Let us hear it in the chat.
Will, who do you got?
Oh, this one's tough. I think DSOB's probably going to pull this off, but we'll see.
We will see. I definitely think we're not seeing the best version of the Milwaukee Monsters at the moment here.
And we've seen moments of greatness from DSOB, but we've also seen those slips and falls as well, but that's a big dart right there. Nico
can make this one hurt. As that is in the double bull here, DSAB 99, the Dart Sharks, to start first against the Milwaukee Monsters.
And here we go.
Yeah, a lot of love and appreciation for all these players here. They've been seeing each other plenty of times in these late rounds or finals.
Mateus and Porky rub each other's heads. That was funny.
Gary got one too. All right, but that's the last of the laughing and joking here from this German team, as they're going to go back to being serious.
I believe this goes to all four men, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And look at Nico. This is what we're talking about from Nico. Wow. That kind of display and that kind of start is always dangerous.
Yeah, as the crowd goes wild here, even Gary giving him a little bit of a dap up there. Here it says, he did it last time, so why not again? Oh, that was funny. Garrett has a hanger on those 18s here. He might have to switch.
He's trying to blow it.
I think it worked.
Almost did.
I mean, that's a big start for DSAB here if they can keep it up. This might be a quick one.
Pretty good point brought up about these guys have been playing since Thursday and Friday last week. So when you think about that, they gotta be feeling tired. That's where those inconsistencies come in.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, pretty much every player that's been here has made deep runs in almost every single event, having long nights each and every night, on top of being in a city that really never sleeps.
Okay, door opener for D-Sob to walk on in.
Let's see how they approach this. Able to go right for those 17s. If they get that third house, it's going to be such a powerful position they very rarely ever see cracked. Dead center.
He's going to go over to the 16s. No, he's going to stay right there. Smart dart. Very smart dart.
Wow. And that is an incredible display there. It just really expanding this to almost unattainable territory now. They are coming out swinging. Fifteens go. Double checking to make sure what he wants to do here. Getting a mark there on the 16, but with that 4-house advantage and a massive point lead, this is a very good performance from the DSAB, the Dart Sharks.
Finds 5 mark there in the 16s, but you almost feel it's too little too late here with Nico stepping in behind him.
Certainly is the case here. Went right for that triple 16 over to the Bulls. Double will do it. The crowd will go crazy if this goes right now as he's taking his time to set this one up. You see a lot of hands and anticipation in the background there from all the German fans. Everyone kind of lets outside like, oh, what? Only a single there, Nico? Garrett's still staying smiling. He said he needs more darts.
You can tell the Germans are already starting to kind of get excited here. You can see they're giving each other hugs, they're tapping each other. They feel like this is their game to lose now, and it surely is for the win.
One bull to do it all. And there they go. Look at that huge roar and huge celebration and the silence from the Americans in the crowd as they are in disbelief at how well the DSAB team just played.
They really did play well, and let's take a look at that replay here, as I think we got it. The match-winning darts, and you can see in the background, they're ready to rock, and there it is, a big yell of approval, a big hug from all the fans. Good stuff, as D-Sob 99 is crowned your Masters Team Cricket Event Champions here at NDA Team Dart 2023.
Yeah, truly an incredible display, and continuing with the German domination seen here at NDA Team Dart.
Indeed.
This has been a great stuff, and we had a lot of fun bringing you this Masters Team Cricket this morning here. But we have some more action coming to you this evening, don't we, Will?
Yes, we do. We do indeed. Tonight's going to be mixed triples combo as well as senior singles, so don't miss out. We'll start our coverage at 9 local time here on USA Dart's Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as the NDA Facebook page. Join us, please. It's coming down to the nitty-gritty here for our last couple finals. Our last couple days, I should say. So
yeah, we're at the home stretch here, but don't worry, we're not done yet. We'll be back here in just a little bit here. I am Nick Dichiria, joined by Will Stuart, with our continued coverage of NDA Team Dart 2023.
See you later.